the workout tracks, right? We're gonna have separate tracks now. So in Beyond the Whiteboard, if you use Beyond the Whiteboard, and I encourage everyone to do it because it's a journal, right? It's a great way to keep up with your ability in general, right? We have two separate tracks. And in fact, actually I have multiple tracks, but if you're interested in something extra, just let me know. The tracks that we're going to be using are going to be, let me just do this real quick. I forgot.
Vadim, I haven't been logging in the whiteboard, but I've been on many of the Zoom. So I can just go back, right? And log in?
Yep, if you want, you can. It's not super, super critical, but I love recording everything. So I keep a record, and I really like look at my records going back and see where I'm making progress.
I've always logged it when we're at the gym. I think just the change, I forgot.
So now it's all working. So what we're gonna do is, let me make sure that we're streaming live. Yes, we are. Nice. We're in our group, right? So there's two separate tracks at least. And one is body weight only. That's basically unloaded. It's called unloaded, right? And for the unloaded track, and so for unloaded track, there's no equipment needed and you could just do it with your own body, right? Now, if you want to load it up a little bit, there's a second track that's actually called, I forgot what it's called, partially loaded, I think is what we called it, partially loaded. So, and for that track, we're generally trying to stay with a manageable weight, right? We're not gonna go super duper heavy, but at the same time, this is where you can add some load. Like for today's workout, I'll go over it in a second. There's two different variations of it, right? And you can add like what you've been doing so far. Either if you have dumbbells or kettlebells, that works really well. If you have some sort of backpack, that works also really awesome. Or any kind of weight, like small children work really well too. Or big dogs, those work sometimes. Okay, and that's going to be sort of the idea. So to go over today's workout, basically our partially loaded version of the workout is going to be pretty straightforward. You're going to start with 3 squats loaded somehow. So it could be goblet squats, it could be one arm holding a dumbbell or a kettlebell squat in the front, at the bottom, it doesn't really matter, just a loaded squat. Or it could be 2 heavy dumbbells, it could be a heavy backpack on your back or in the front. It's just loaded squats, right? If you are doing it for the future, because I'm recording this too, guys, if you are doing it with dumbbells, I wouldn't go heavier than, say, like 50-pound dumbbells for the guys and 30, 35 for the ladies, right? And then you're doing deadlift with the same weight. And so it's 3 reps and 3 reps. And then you keep adding 3 repetitions every round. You start with 3-3, then 6-6, 9-9, and keep going for as long as far as you can in 10 minutes. And so the idea here will be to get into like set of 15s or maybe even 18s, right? So, if you pick the load correctly, that should work really, really well. Now, for the unloaded version of the workout, we have a movement that I don't know if we've done before a lot. It's called kick sit, and I'll show you all the different variations of it. And it doesn't require any equipment, but it's pretty challenging. So we're gonna go with 5 reps. It's 5 kick sits and then 5 split leg good mornings, right? And you're gonna add 5 repetitions each round until the 10 minutes run out, right? And the idea will be to get into a set of like 25s, maybe 30s, I don't know. Like it might be possible to get into 30s for this, but it's quite challenging. So we'll go over the movements and everything once we get to it. I want to start really with the warm-up, unless you guys have any specific questions, but it seems like everything's good, right? So we're gonna go with the warm-up, and we're gonna start with the Ninja Flow, so to speak, warm-up. So let me just set up my 3. I'm gonna move this to the side so it's away. Okay, so we are doing the arm twist in and out. So we're gonna start on the floor and just watch me first. This is what it's gonna look like. You'll be on all fours, right? You're gonna take, let's say I'm starting with my right arm. You're gonna lift it up, internally rotate it, like in like this. Move it out and get down on your shoulder. Then you're gonna come up and do the same thing with the other side. On the same side, just to internally rotate, lift it up and bring it out, right? So that will be the first movement, okay? Then once you're, let's actually keep going together for the first one. So let's go for 2 reps on each side. So nice and slow, rotate it in and out, bring it out to the floor. Push your shoulder to the floor for a second and come up. Do the same thing on the other side, out and down and stretch and come up. And with the other side, one more time, down, stretch and come up, boom. And one more time on the other side, twist and out and come up. The next movement is going to be something that we've done many times. You're gonna stay in the same position. You're gonna go first up, reach up for the sky, and then you're gonna go down and inside the window and twist and get down on your shoulder for a second. Then come up, do the same thing on the other side. Up, twist, you can come up on this leg if you want to. I'm not super flexible yet. And push your arm through the window, stretch and come up. And do the same thing on the other side. So up, ooh, and then down and stretch and come up. And then this side, try to keep both feet on the floor, both knees on the floor too. If you can, twist in and out and come up. Whew. It's getting a little challenging with twisting for me, at least. I'm gonna bring the music up a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna go, oh, sorry, 1 second. My heat kicked in for some reason, and I don't want any heat right now. All right, now we're gonna do a scorpion stretch. So we're laying down on the floor, arms out, and you're gonna go up and reach up with one leg, twist, and come down. And then go with the other side, reach up, and come down. We're gonna do 2 reps on each side. Nice and slow. Up. Whew. And on the other side. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Good. Once we're done with this, now we're gonna stay, your feet, hands are gonna stay on the floor, and we're gonna go with our legs, kick foot up and out. So this is a little bit challenging, at least for me. For you, it might be easy. You're gonna stay, let's say I'm gonna start with my right foot. So I'm gonna stay on my left foot on the floor. I'm gonna kick my right foot in like this, and then I'm gonna turn and push it out and back, like this. So again, in, and then out, whoops. And then try to do the same thing on both sides, right? So I'm gonna go with the other side, in, twist, and out. Good. And one more time on the same side. In. Ooh, my flexibility is not very good. Okay. Not bad, right? We're gonna repeat, this is the whole sequence. So we're gonna repeat it 4 more times. Nice and easy, starting from the top, from the arm twist. So you're going in, rotating your arm out like this, and it's internal rotation with your shoulder. Place it down on the floor and come up. Go with the other side, same thing. Internally rotate it, come down on the floor and come up. So 2 reps on each side. I'm gonna go 1 more on the left. And 1 more on the right. Good. Now we're gonna go through the window. So I'm gonna go up, reach up, and down, and twist. Ooh, I got company. Whew. And switch sides. Come on. Relax, buddy. Charlie, come on. And down. And one more time. I'm gonna go right side, up, and in. Mom, I'm not playing with it. And right, left side, and in. And now I'm gonna move to my legs. Oh, I'm sorry, scorpion. I missed the scorpion. So I'm gonna go with the scorpion stretch. Twist, reach up. Boom. So 2 reps on each side. Nice and easy. Ooh. One positive thing from this isolation is that I'm spending more time in stretching, so I might get more flexible. Now we're gonna go with the foot. So up, I'm gonna go one side in and out. Boom. Then I'm gonna reach in with the other side and up. Good. And then one more rep on the other side. And one more rep on this side. Whew. That's 2 reps of the whole thing. We're gonna do 3 more. So going back down, internally rotate, out, and shoulder down on the floor. And then the left side, again, reach out as far out as possible, down on the floor. Whew. Then we're gonna reach up and inside the window, down, stretch for a second, boom. Then up on the left side, inside the window, and stretch. Ooh. Okay. Now, what did I do? One more. Right. And left. And inside. Good. Now we're going to do a scorpion stretch. Go up. Twist. Good. And up. And twist. Good. And then left. Buddy. Someone wants to work out with me too. Oop, and twist. Good. And now I'm going to kick my feet in and out. Out. Staying here. I'm going to go in and out. And then I'm going to go left foot in and out. And repeat the same thing with both sides. And out. Yeah.
Daryl,
Push
make
away from the
sure
floor.
twist your hip. Daryl, twist your hip. Kick in and then twist your hip and open your leg.
Good. We're going to do it 2 more
go.
times. So that was 3. I'm going to go
There you go,
again
like that.
from the front. In and out. And down on the floor. Ooh. Come up and then twist with my left side. Down on the floor. Come up. Now I'm going to go up and inside the window. And down on the floor. Twist. Ooh. Then left side. Up and down on the floor. Stretch a little bit. Good. And now I'm going to do it again. One more time. Go sideways. Like this. Up and over. In the face. And left side. Up and over. Ooh. Now, scorpion stretch. Down on the floor and push away. Reach up. Good. And go with the right side. And one more time on the left and on the right. Okay, now we'll do the kicks with the feet. So I'm going up and in and out. Boom. And then in with the lift and out. Nice. And one more time. In and out. And in and out. Good. Whew. One last time, the whole sequence. We're starting from the top. So we're gonna go in and out.
Last one round.
And on the left, start in and out and stretch. Good. One more on the right. And one more on the left. Good. Now I'm gonna go up to the sky and inside the window. Stretch. And keep going, guys, keep going. Check what's going on. Make sure the Facebook is running. Yeah, we're good. Nice.
When you reach up, push your hands hard towards the ceiling.
Okay, now I'm done with this. We'll do a scorpion stretch. There's one on the left and one time on the right. Good. And finally, with my feet, I'm gonna go kick in and out, and kick in on the other side, and out, and repeat one more time. Kick in and out, and kick in and out. Woo! Everybody, go eat. Ooh, something's playful. All right. All right, we're done with this part. Let's see you guys are done. Awesome. Okay. Now we're gonna do a couple of bootstrap squats and Cossack squats just to get your hips a little bit more ready for this whole thing. So we'll start with just regular bootstrap squats. So you're gonna squat down as low as you can. You can grab onto your toes, push the floor, grab your ankles, and just stretch your legs open as much as you can. Go back down, do it 5 times. So that was 1. I'm gonna push away for 2. And 3. We'll hold on to your ankles. 4. We'll hold on to your feet. And 5. Half squat, stand up, move your hips around. Let's go into a wide stance. And we're gonna go side to side, Cossack squats. Make sure your knees are tracking over your toes and you're staying on your heels. If you need to, you can hold on to the floor and walk down holding on to the floor. Or just nice and easy, move from side to side for 10 reps. Those 2 for me. 3, 4, 5, 6. My left side is not stretching. 7, 8. Important to keep both heels on the floor. 9 and 10. Whew. Okay. All right. Stretch it out, grab a sip of water. We're doing great. Now to the 2 different variations of the workout. So if you are, we're gonna spend some time on this. If you are gonna do the squat and deadlift version, right? Whatever is it that you're using for the squat and deadlift, and it could be your like I said, a backpack or some weight or whatever it is that you feel you can use, right? You can grab that and do, I have a bunch of kettlebells here. I love kettlebells. So you can do a goblet squat, you flip it over, hold it like this, and just do a few squats. Right, I would start with about 5 reps. You can also hold it in the rack on one side, do like 3 reps on one side, 2, 3 reps on the other side. Or you can grab 2 kettlebells or 2 dumbbells, lift them up on your shoulders, and squat. We're gonna start with nice and easy 5 squats. You can hold them all the way up on the shoulders. How you do it, it's not super important. You don't have to hold it in the front. That would be much more difficult. So you can just hold it on your shoulders, squat down. Make sure your knees are tracking over your toes, stand up. So do 5 nice and easy reps if you're doing this, right? I'm gonna do this for 5 reps. If you do it unweighted, just do 5 easy unweighted squats. Ooh. Okay.
Eileen, you can wear a backpack if you want.
Oh, you would just wear it?
Yeah,
Yep.
the back squat.
So now I'm just gonna go over some stuff, right? And I'll show you the different variations of kick sit. And it's kind of cool to try that and the split leg good morning as well. But if you are doing the deadlifts, just make sure your back is nice and straight. So whenever you do this, there's no flexion in your back. So this is back straight, fully extended. This is flexion in your back. Maintain straight back and bend at your hips. Grab the weight, whatever is it that you're using. Let's say it's a kettlebell, and stand up with it, and that's all, right? You're doing 2 kettlebells on the sides, it's the same thing. Sometimes you may notice that going down past a certain point is very challenging without rounding your back. Like you feel like your back starts going. So don't go all the way down. Just go below the knees and stand up. That's all you need to do, right? Never sacrifice the your back, right, over the need to reach all the way down to the floor. There's no point really in this. You can also try to squat, bend your knees, and you might be able to get a little bit lower on the deadlift, right? So that will be the deadlift. If you are doing the back squats in the deadlift version, right, all I want you to do now, after we try the kick sits and the split leg, the mornings, build up to more repetitions, more weight. If it's the same weight, you can do a couple of sets of 5 reps of each movement, then like a couple of sets of 3 reps of each movement, and we're gonna be done and ready to go. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you what the kick sits are gonna look like. And it's a funny movement. I'll go from the side. So you're basically on hands and feet on the floor. I'm gonna start with my right hand. So my right hand stays on the floor. My left foot stays on the floor. My right leg will go through, and you can either sit on the floor, right? Or hold it here and then come back. It's kind of like a semi-manageable version. A little bit more challenging version will be to go all the way up and press it up to the ceiling and go down. So that's a little more balance required. Press up and come back down, right? A slightly easier version, you just press out and come back. And then the same thing on this side and come back, right? And so one kick sit will be 1 rep. So in other words, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, I want you to try to do this. One thing to keep in mind, you can also do it with your hands elevated. So you can place a chair, put your hands on a chair. You can put your left hand in the middle of the chair and then push your right leg through, right? And then again, switch hands and go this way, right? And the key here will be to push away from the floor or the chair so that you create a long neck always, and it's never feeling like this. That's not good. So if your neck is disappearing inside your shoulders, stop doing this. You're not a turtle. Manage the movement and modify it to a different variation, right? What you could do is also a supine hold. If doing this on one arm is completely out of question, like it's not working at all, you can just grab a chair here and just do a supine hold like this, and it should work just fine. So you can just count seconds, basically, for reps, right? So every second will be 1 rep for supine hold. To make this a little bit more challenging, you can do supine hold and just 1 leg raise, boom, 2 leg raise, and it's gonna be 1, yeah, and 2, push your legs up, right? Again, a kick sit on a chair will look like this, boom, boom. Kick sit on a floor will look like this. You here, you go down, boom, down. Or the most challenging version, your hand is on the floor and you press your leg up to the ceiling. Boom. And up. Jeez, I'm falling. That requires quite a bit of balance. And press up. And press up. That will be challenging. So try to do a few reps. We'll watch you, see how it goes. Even if you are doing the squat and the deadlift version, try this. It's kind of meant to build your shoulder stability, right? And also core strength. So try a couple of reps, see if it works. And let's see how
There you
you
go,
got.
Catherine.
Nice. Look at this. Again, it's better than me. You can push your leg up. Yeah, nice.
Really nice.
More balance, more balance. Yeah, right? A little challenging. All right. Good job, guys. Okay, so take a quick break. We're gonna try the good morning, split leg good morning, even if you are not doing this, but if you are doing this, it's a great movement and it's also a great stretch. You can do it completely unweighted. And so if you remember, good morning is just like deadlift, except you're keeping your legs straighter and you're just bending at your hip, going as low down as you can without rounding your back, right? So if you're coming down and at some point you start rounding your back like this, that's not good. So this is me rounding my back at this point. So I would stop here because I cannot get lower without rounding my back and then stand up. So I'm gonna go down, boop, and the only joint that's moving is my hip, right? It's down, boom, and up. That's it. You can do this weighted too if you want to make it a little bit more challenging. You can hold a weight of some sort, backpack or anything in your hands. Just go down and come up. Boom. That's the straight good morning. Now to make it a little bit more interesting, you're gonna go split legs. So one leg is gonna go forward, one leg will stay back. And now, even without the weight, you're gonna keep your knees straight on both sides. And you're gonna come up, forward and down, right? You're gonna feel the stretch more in your front leg, behind your leg, the hamstring, right? And then come up. So it's literally this, down and up. Don't push too hard on it. It's a great stretch too, by the way. Your back foot can turn out slightly if you want, right? But the front foot has to stay straight and the knee has to stay straight as well. You're just coming down and come up, boom, down and up. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. I like to keep my back leg slightly out. And it just stretches a certain group of muscles a little bit better. So for a majority of us guys, this is gonna be a better stretch. That's pretty much it. So try a few reps on one side, a few reps on the other side. If you are using this in the workout, it's 5 repetitions, right? So just to remind you guys, it's 5 kick sits and then 5 split leg good mornings. And you're adding 5 reps each round. You can just add 5 reps on the left and then the next round, 5 on the right. So you don't really have to switch back and forth. I would just start 5 reps on one side, then do the kick sits, then do 5 on the other side, then do the kick sits.
Eileen, you have a question? Eileen?
Oh, I was in the split leg. Good morning. Is the back leg is the back leg straight too or bent?
Both legs straight.
Right, ideally both straight. But you can actually, I know what you're thinking, because sometimes you still feel the stretch and you're kind of like bending your back leg a little bit, the knee. It's not critical. Let's put it this way.
Or the front leg.
Yeah, it's more the front leg.
Okay.
The front leg you have to have locked.
Yeah.
The back leg, if you bend your knee just a little bit, it's not a big deal, right?
Got it.
Because most of the work is done in the front, not in the back. So the back leg is doing close to nothing anyway, right? You're just going down and up. And so if it bends a little bit, not a big deal. If you can keep it straight, it's great. It just requires quite a bit more flexibility.
I can, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good.
good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So now, guys, what I want you to do is I'm gonna do squat and deadlifts, right? So do a couple of sets. I'm gonna just put up the music a little bit. And if you have any questions, let me know. But we're essentially just warming up, right? So the goal will be to get a few squats, a few deadlifts. If you're doing 3, 3, 6, 6, 9, 9, try to get at least 5 reps of each movement a couple of times, and maybe 3 reps of each movement once or twice, and then we'll be ready to go. All right?
Who's gonna do squats?
I'm gonna do squats.
Catherine, Elena,
I can't-
Carol.
I can't decide. Which is better?
Okay.
It's easier for me to follow Vadim, so I'm doing.
I both,
What?
right? So I will start with
If you're
the.
gonna try something new, I mean, you can do sit kick. You know?
All right, I'll try that. Okay.
So this
All right.
It's really good.
I do.
Naoko, question.
What's up?
I have 15-pound dumbbells or 20-pound dumbbells. You think the 20 is too heavy, or I could do it?
So we don't.
I would say 15.
Go with 15.
10, yeah. The first couple rounds should be easier, but towards the end, it's getting harder. Yeah. Yep. Any questions, guys?
Whew. So I just started with nice and easy 5.
Yes.
Nice and easy 5. I'm gonna do another 5, but I'll go up a little bit in weight. So I have some weights here. We'll do a few more squats. A little bit heavier. Whew.
Eileen, if your shoulder
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
if your shoulder is kind of bothering, then maybe it's better to do squat. You know, too much if there was too much rotation, you know.
It's not really bothering me. I'm just trying to figure out which variation I'm gonna do.
Okay, so try to bring your chest all the way up when you rotate. You know, at the top, your chest has to pointing the ceiling. Make sense? So when you rotate, hold on.
My chest pointing which way?
All right. So when you rotate, your chest has to there like that. So chest off.
Oh.
There you go. Yep, like that. Mhm.
I just feel like it's hard. Okay, maybe I'll do that same thing on a chair or on a.
Mhm. Oh yeah. So twist and go. See, so the chest has to look at the ceiling. There you go. Like that. Mhm. Yep. Try to do more controlled. Like that. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
So that your shoulder is parallel to the floor. You know.
This looks like
Go
it
down,
was
but look slow.
Coordinated. I might do the squats. I'm gonna do the squats.
Okay.
Squats, deadlift.
I mean, she can come into the video.
It's gonna get heavy pretty soon, pretty fast. Yeah, time. Whew.
Your butt. And bring your funny butt too.
All right. Whew.
Straight out.
Nice, guys. I'm gonna do one
Hi,
more round.
Catherine.
One more round of heavy before we're ready to start. Then we'll do it.
Hi, Catherine.
This is heavy.
No way. Hard, yeah. You have to do it right. Go as possible. Squeeze your butt and stay on your heels. Keep the weight on your heels when you're coming up.
It's gonna be challenging.
No.
Now, another thing you can do is, if let's say you're squatting and deadlifting right now, and I'm not necessarily saying it for you guys, but if anyone's watching later, if you want to do the squats and the deadlifts and the weight seems light, right? Add the reps and double it up. So instead of doing 3 and 3, maybe do 5 and 5, then 10 and 10, then 15, 15. Just basically increase the volume a little bit. It's perfectly fine to do it today with more volume. You're still not gonna go super high volume, but you can increase the reps a little bit if the weight seems light. All right, for those of you guys who are watching a replay on your smart TVs, you know, if your dumbbells are too light, but if you really want to do the squats and the deadlifts, just bump up the reps. Go 5, 5, and then double up, 10, 10, and double up, keep going, right? That, I mean, keep adding 5, let's say. Something like this would work really well. How are you guys feeling? You're more or less ready?
Yes.
Grab a sip of water, and we're gonna start. It's gonna be 10 minutes. Let me try to different volume for the music. Let's say I'm gonna use our is this too loud? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use it like this, and as long as you can hear me or Naoka through this, you're fine. Cool. Okay. Oh, nice. Naoka's got the timer. We're ready to go. We're missing.
Hi, guys.
Kathleen, you ready, right?
Ready. I'm ready.
Awesome. All right, Naoka, you can count the countdown.
All right, so we're gonna start in 5 seconds. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yep, let's go, Eileen. Eileen, you can keep holding your backpack on your back.
Oh, I'm leaving my back.
Yep, yep. Add 3 reps every round. Eileen, are you okay?
Just keep running with weight on my back the whole time.
Yeah, you can wear the backpack all the time.
All right.
Squat and good morning, yep. That is squat. Solid. Yep, that is squat. And when you do the deadlift, holding the back on your back, right? And then just do the good morning movement.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's squat, right?
Wait, I'm not.
6. Easy.
Sorry, guys. Alright, so Eileen,
Yeah.
what's the video? So, squat is this. The deadlift is this.
I'm done.
Elaine. All right, so Eileen, you were doing your both squatting. Okay, so you did that first. All right, yeah. Hold on, stand all the way up again. All right, just push your hip back before you bend your knees. Push your hip back before you bend it. Then keep pushing it. There you go. If you don't have to touch the floor.
I don't have.
2 minutes in.
So Eileen, do the good morning and deadlift is the same. Okay, so push your hip back and stop. Then stand.
12.
Stand up.
Oh, okay, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Good morning.
There you go.
Thank you.
Mhm.
It's confusing. I'm not holding.
Think about it. You have the weight on your back or the front, and you do good morning. It's the same, you know.
It's the same, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could make confusion. Nice, Elena. Okay, halfway. Nice, Eileen, like that. Good, Elena. Nice, Cheryl.
All right.
Go, Catherine.
Going into 15s.
Very good, Eileen. Let's go, Cheryl. Nice, guys. We got 4 minutes left. Last 4 minutes. Keep it up, guys. Let's go, Cheryl. Nice, Catherine. Good. All right, last 3 minutes. All right, guys, 3 minutes. All right. Good, Catherine. Catherine, are you okay? 2 minutes.
Oh, 15.
Good. Keep it up, guys.
Going into 18. Push it up.
Good, Selena. 90 seconds.
Can't breathe and I haven't been
Go,
running.
Catherine. 90 seconds.
Yeah. This.
Nice, Eileen. Nice, Eileen. Okay, 1 minute. Let's go, Lena. 1 minute. Seconds. The last 30 seconds.
Ah.
20 seconds. I'm sorry, 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
Ah.
2, 1, and done.
Oh, shoot.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
That was rough. How'd you do? How you feeling,
Good
guys?
to you, Elena.
Good.
I got into the 24th round.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Good.
24.
Wow, really good. I just started 18s on the squat. That was it.
But yours are super heavy.
I figured I have to pick the ones to match my shirt. Might as well, right?
I'm gonna wear pink.
Yeah, that would work too. But that was a great workout. I'm breathing hard. Can't even breathe much. I would now stretch as much as possible, paying attention to keeping your back straight. We don't need a whole lot of stretch in your backs, but it's good to start now because you warm, right? It's good to start with the Jefferson curls, which is the opposite of what we were doing during the workout, right? So it's kind of a cool thing to do now because we're unloaded and we did the workout, and it brings back the awareness and what your back is doing in space. So you're gonna curl your back down and up slowly from the top down. I cannot do it very well because my back is stiff like a robot, but if you can imagine going from the top, curl your neck, round your shoulders, and super slowly round your back. It might be tricky right now after this workout because your back might be tight and very much flared up, right? And then uncurl yourself up slowly. Move your hips around. Make sure everything feels good. You can kind of do a couple of good mornings. Feel what your glutes are doing, right? Sometimes now, if you go down into a good morning, all of a sudden your glutes are going like someone stuck a sharp knife into them. So then just careful, don't go crazy, nice and slow, right? You gotta keep staying mobile, right? And I would do one more Jefferson curl slowly from the top. Actually gonna feel better now. I'm gonna go all the way down, maybe touch the floor.
You probably
maybe
can
not,
now with your hand.
and then uncurl yourself up. Ooh, good. And then, if you did the kick sets, right, you need some shoulder stretches definitely I would start with some stretching up your shoulders, moving them around, maybe getting down on the floor and pushing it out. And if you are pushing it out, imagine I'm laying down on the floor. You need to create this external rotation. So never stay on the floor like this, except for the first movement that we did in warm up today, right? But when you're stretching it slowly, create external rotation, like your arm like this, and then push it out. And it could be on the wall or it could be on the floor like this. You're up on the wall, on the floor. You can't see me. I'm going down this way. You create external rotation and then push away slowly. You can grab something a little bit higher up if you want to,
Bye.
but that would be very challenging.
I'm gonna head out.
All right, bye, Elena.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Bye. It was good seeing you guys.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Legs, hips, and quads and hamstrings will be quite worked up right now. So I would start with like your foot and stretch your hips, create some external rotation in the hip, maybe one at a time, slowly, boom. With my ankle, make sure everything's good. Bring it up, bring your chest up, push it down.
Thank you.
All right, Eileen, see you later.
Bye, Eileen.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Tomorrow.
Welcome, have a good one. Yep. Stretch, hamstring stretch, one side, on the other side. Right now, it might be easier to create this extra range of motion. Just make sure you're not doing it at the expense of your back, right? So if you're here and you're doing the stretch, it's not this, right? Try to stay as straight as possible with your back and push forward. So I'm still not super straight, but I'm a little bit straighter and I feel the stretch in my legs versus my back. Whew. So the same thing here. It's not this, right? This is gonna be stretching your back. You need to bring, basically like tilt your pelvis in like this, and then reach forward with the straight back. And then you're gonna feel the stretch in your hamstring and in your calves, right? Quite a bit more. So the key is to keep the lower back as straight as possible so it doesn't round. Because otherwise you're just stretching the lower back, which feels okay, feels good, but frankly, it doesn't do much, especially now. So that's pretty much it. I would stretch your legs and stretch whatever else you need to stretch extra. I think we're good for today. And it's Monday, beginning of the new week. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week. Get out, walk outside a little bit, maybe run or hike, stretch.
This is a great way to start the week.
Nice. Yeah, I like it. Thank you. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
Thanks, Cheryl. Where's Chris? Is working?
He's working. He already did a run and some other stuff, so he's trying to get it in between.
All right, cool.
Good.
I'm gonna post this whole thing on YouTube so he could just rewind and I'm watching on the smart TV or whatever, right? And just
Okay.
do it like that. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you, Vadim. Thank you,
Have a good
Naoko.
day.
Wonderful. Have a great day.
Yep.